Good morning from the PCT. Bit of a rough late afternoon and evening last night coming down Muir Pass. Holy Postal City, Batman. We made it about 2.2 miles. We were going about 1 mile an hour. Got up to the top at 5, came down about 2.2 miles. Luckily, we were able to find a campsite because I think the snow goes on for like 3 more miles. And we were not super keen to hike until 10 p.m., especially putting in that much effort and going that slowly. Pickles and I were both completely exhausted. So we decided to stop and make camp. Thank goodness we were able to find a camp spot and then hunker down for the night. Our hope was that this morning the snow would be frozen up again and we'd be able to walk on top of it. It has hardened up quite a bit, but not so much that we're not sinking in. So yesterday it was like sinking into soft snow. This morning it's sinking into crusty hard snow. So pick your poison, I guess. So we stayed in our tents a little extra long. She tested the snow early this morning, told me the result, and I was like, okay, I'm not rushing out of my sleeping bag for that, especially because we're up above 11,000 feet and it was pretty chilly last night. Although I gotta say, like, I stayed pretty cozy in my sleeping bag. So it was definitely warmer than I thought it was gonna be. But anyway, we gotta finish our descent out of here today. So we have a lot of downhill today, which will be really nice because we're both sore. But first we gotta get out of these snowfields. So I think after about 3 miles, things will improve drastically in our lives today. But we got to get through that first 3 miles of snowfields first. So let's go, I guess. Okay, things are definitely better if you can stay on the boot track. Thankfully, there is one, although you still cannot avoid the post holing entirely. But hooray for this boot track. There wasn't much of one yesterday as we were going through, so this is very helpful. 3 miles down from the pass, things are improving drastically. That's great news. Look at that, we're back on the trail way sooner than we anticipated. Fantastic. Wow, California is half over. Took me a minute to figure out what this says, but it says 1/2 California. Once again, back in the trees. Ooh, we got some obstacles across the trail. Bummer. And the ranger station up there. This is Evolution Creek, which we're following for several miles. Well, it's time to cross Evolution Creek. Famously long. Oh, aspens. So I think this is the bridge that was out 2 years ago. The South Fork of the San Joaquin River. So this is where, when I did the John Muir Trail, they had a bypass around Bishop Pass and Paiute Pass to keep people from trying to cross this river without a bridge. Speaking of river crossings, just a note that Evolution Creek was no joke. It was really long, which I knew it was gonna be long, but it was actually like pretty deep in the middle, and I went out first and I went like the shallowest part that I could see. That's where I went, and it was up to my waist. I'm 5'3", so I'm a shorty, but the current was like pretty strong in the middle too. I kind of got out there and I was like, should I turn around? But I was like, no, I'm gonna keep going. Like, I feel okay. I feel like I can do it. If not, I will turn back if I have to. Because you can always like cut through Evolution Meadow, which is shallower and chiller. But if it had been like a little deeper or a little stronger, honestly, I would have turned around and went through the meadow. That was definitely a little stronger than I expected. But, you know, I feel like all these challenges out here, like, they're making me feel alive, you know? Like, I have a mind to staying safe for sure. Like, I'm not doing anything reckless. Like I said, I would have turned around if it was more intense, but I feel like just like kind of getting to the edge of something starting to feel a little bit scary is just really making me feel alive. I feel like I'm thriving. I feel like I'm having the greatest time. I don't know, guys. I love the Sierra this time. Like, I'm really, really digging it. Also, we like hardly ever see any other people. Like, it's just me and Pickles hiking, and we see a handful of other people every day. That's it, which I also really love. Kind of nervous that everyone's gonna catch us at VVR and VVR is gonna be busy, but hopefully not. I really like the quiet wilderness. I love the challenge. Like, obviously it's so epically beautiful here. I just feel very inspired. And I realized about myself that I really like route finding. So I'm like, okay, what's next? What do I do with this new knowledge that I love to route find? I don't know. The Sierra section this time feels like such an epic adventure, and I'm having the greatest time. Tonight for dinner, bibimbap.